Maglite, you're dirty. You need a bath. Alright, well, as promised, I'm going to give this Maglite the dunk test. Now, I brought the light in here so you guys could take a good look at it before I give it the dunk. This is one of the factory LED lights. As you can see from the serial number where it says DL, the L stands for LED, and the D stands for the fact that this light takes, oh man, that's a lot of threads. It takes D-cell batteries. Now this takes 3 of them, and they're Duracell. I wanted to also have you guys take a look at the O-ring in the back, and I'm really hoping that those O-rings provide enough water resistance. This is best done like this. Let me tie it back up. And then the button is rubberized, as you can see. Power's on. Now the D-cell battery, the D-cell Maglite, much like its smaller cousins, you can open up the bezel by continuously turning it, and just like a Coke bottle, it's lefty loosey, righty tighty. Or many screws actually are like that, unless if you have a left hand screw. And it opens up like this. You can still power it on like so in candle mode, even though I don't know why you would want to, but you can. And as you can notice, there's also an O-ring here, so that should be good. Those O-rings should help us, and to give us a good fighting chance, I am going to dunk it while it is turned down all the way. So let's go out to the bucket. Alright, now without further ado, let's see. Light is on. Got about 5 gallons of water here. Everything is tight down. Let's say you just happen to drop the light, and see if there's any bubbles coming from it. That would indicate some sort of water intrusion, but I don't see any. Let's see. Even though I said I wasn't gonna do this, I'm gonna try adjusting the focus bezel, which I've tightened down so hard now. Let's say you wanted to focus this thing. Yeah, no, it's just right out of the box. Seems to be watertight for the most part. I don't know if you guys can see that little dot. I don't know if that's a bubble. Might have been a bubble. Okay, so because I thought there might be water getting into the bezel, but it seems like no. And it's kind of interesting. When you look at the beam here, you can see it change with the focus. So yeah, seems like they're pretty waterproof. I'm gonna take this back inside and see how much water intrusion, if any, occurred to it. So let's go back inside. Alright, now we're back inside. And, it's been only a few minutes, but the light is pretty dry. I just shook it off. Let's open this bezel up. I hear some squeaking. I don't know if there's any water. Oh, there's some water. You guys can see it right there. Some of it dropped on the table too. Yeah, just a bit of water. I have a little napkin, lunch-on napkin here that I can use to wipe off any water. But the inside looks bone dry. Inside the bezel here, dry for the most part as well. You can disassemble it further over here. There's one more O-ring. So it seems like for the most part the folks have at Maglite, they know how to make a light that is water resistant. I don't want to say waterproof because I know people get a bit antsy when you tell them waterproof, or any kind of proof really. It's always resistant. So let's tie this back in there. Light still of course works. I always like to have it on the tightest setting anyways, because you know, that's the way I feel like the light works the best. You get a nice little focused point with some flooding, and that's great. You can open up this, take a look. There's some water here again, but nothing too great. Actually, the threads were pretty dirty. The batteries are all dry, so that's good. There's only one more point left to check, and that's over here under the switch. The switch is on tight. I don't even want to peel it off. I feel like you can literally just pinch these off and they'll come off, and underneath it is where you have the light button, but I don't want to take it off because they're kind of a hassle to put back in. I'm sure it didn't. There we go. I'm sure no water got in because it's working fine. So yeah, that proves it right out of the box. Maglites are water resistant, at least in a 5-gallon bucket. So that would mean if you drop it in a puddle, you would be a-okay. But I wouldn't take it diving anytime soon. So with that being said, I'm gonna put this back on its little holder that I have, and I have this in my truck. This light rides with me in my truck. It's among the few lights that I have, including the Maglite AAA that I gave a dunk to some while ago. That's been sitting in there. I wanted to give it the heat test without really putting it in an oven. Although I gotta say, we've had some really hot days here in Southern California. And this light and the mini Maglite, they've been in there riding along in my truck without any problems seemingly. So up next for the mini Maglite is a freezing test. I might put this guy through it as well. So yeah, if you like these videos, stay tuned to see more of them. If you like this particular video enough to give me a thumbs up, that would be great. Please consider subscribing. Sharing the video helps a lot, and I will see you next time. Have a great day.